Quick tool tip from Workshop Studios about caulking. A couple of tips on caulking. I use this stuff from DAP, Alex Flex, and it's supposed to be good for molding and stuff, so that's what I'm doing. And then I always cut an angle on the tip. Hopefully you can see that. And then that angle goes up against the joint like this, and it gives you a nice fine bead. After I get a bead of caulking on, I always have a couple of wet things to be able to keep wiping my finger off. I tend to use my regular finger, not a gloved finger, because I can really get a much tighter, smoothing on there. And the last thing I'll say is less is more. So when I go ahead and start putting the caulking bead on there, I go pretty fast. So it leaves just a small bead on there. Because if it's too much caulk, it smears like I did down here. You can see it smearing on the wall there. Now I'll paint over that, but still. That's a pretty good bead right there. That's just nice and tight. And so those are just some tips. I'll go ahead and keep doing my caulking, but just a little FYI. Another tip is clean up. Do a small amount and then clean up, because the surface of this will pick up the caulking and it'll dry on there, and you'll have kind of a little rough spot, like when I fill in a nail hole here or up here. Oops, there we go. So I go ahead and wipe this off. You can see kind of how shiny it is from the water on there. I wipe it off with a pretty wet cloth just to get all of the caulking off that nice clean surface so it doesn't mess it up. Because that's what people see, is that it's nice and shiny and even, and any leftover caulk on there will cause the eye to be attracted to that. So I usually try to do that very quickly, because the caulking will dry on there pretty quickly. So it's better to get it done that way. Okay, so this is how fast I go when I pull this bead down. Turn it around, and there we go. And again, you'll want to get that edge, the beveled edge, right down in there, or the bead will sort of peel off of there. You may see that happening, but you want to get that bevel right down into that edge. And then once that's done, just draw my finger down there. And if it's a good job, then I don't have very much on my finger. If I have too much, there's a big wad on there. So let me do this side too. Still not too bad, but you can see I smeared on the wall there. I can clean that up. Then I use this little bit to go in and fill nail holes and other little bits that I need to do if so needed. But that's a pretty good one. I would like less than that. That would be a better bead if I had less on my finger at the end. And right here is a pretty good bead, because I didn't get any on the wall. Down there is not so good because I got some on the wall. And there it is after cleanup. Looks pretty good. So I wiped it down so that the bead is pretty tight in there. You can see that it doesn't have much caulking in the joint itself. And so, there we go. Not quite so much shadow. And so it makes it so that it looks like it's a seamless joint there. You don't see any gaps and holes. So that would be a good cleanup. All right, so after we're done caulking, you want to make sure you seal your tube up. And I use one of these things. You can buy them off Amazon and places like that. But it just pushes over the top like that, seals it up, and it's good for the next job. So thanks for watching. Good luck on your caulking projects, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.
Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to my home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. of this life have gone, I'll fly away. Like a bird from prison bars have flown, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Take it away, Mayor. Take another one.